Hi everyone. So I have Shreya with me, who secured an All India rank 196 in the general category in Clat 2025, which was conducted on December 1st. Shreya also appeared for Clat last year and secured a rank of 1744, but then she was very determined to make it into the top 5 NLUs and decided to take a drop. This year again she prepared and joined us in the month of June, and then finally she made it to one of her dream NLUs. So how is the feeling, Shreya?
So thrilled, really thrilled and relieved that the hard work and efforts finally paid off, and really excited for the journey ahead.
Okay, so it is not very easy for every student to take a drop when they know that they already secured an NLU. So some people actually feel that, okay, I'll join one of the NLU and I'll prepare it again if I get a better NLU next year, so I'll upgrade myself. So was that decision tough at that time? Yeah, you were determined enough, kid, okay, I'll take a drop because I want to go into the top 3 or top 5. Probably you will get into the top 3-4 colleges which you are eyeing at. So उस समय कुछ ऐसा difficulty था decision में?
Not really. I had it in my mind कि अगर इस साल नहीं होता है, if I don't get top 5 colleges, I'll do it again because I knew I could do better. So it wasn't difficult, and I think the decision I made was good.
So because you appeared for CLAT last year also, you had a rank of 1744, and this time you are getting 196 as All India rank. What was the major difference which actually played a role in increasing your rank, and what mistake you did in the last CLAT paper last year? Just give us insight on it.
See, 2 things that I changed from last year was GK and maths. Last year, I have always been very scared of maths, so I didn't pay much attention to it last year and didn't prepare for it. Exam ke din bhi I did 2 to 3 questions only, and I think that made all the difference in my score. And this year I knew that maths is important. I think it is the section where you can score. If you know maths, you can't get it wrong. So I knew I had to change, I had to work on it. And secondly, GK wasn't that consistent last year. I think that again, when I went to the exam, I could have done better if I was just more consistent and did GK every day. So that made all the difference this year.
But this year, as we know, that GK was something which was quite doable by everyone, because the answers were easily found in the passage itself, or if one has gone through the news on daily basis, so it was quite a piece of cake for them. But then the role which maths played in your overall score, so that is something which actually made the difference, I believe. What role did the newspaper play in your preparation?
See, newspaper is very important, not just for GK. Of course, it gets you in touch with current affairs and gives you an upper hand in GK, but also in the reading sections in English and CR and legal, because the vast variety of articles that you get in a newspaper, you get so used to reading it, you get familiar with it, and when you get passages on the same topics, it's easier to comprehend, and it's easier to attempt the questions. So of course, newspaper is very important, one of the most important things in CLAT preparation.
Okay, so what was the weakest area? If I rate among all the 5 sections, which one would you consider to be the weakest for you?
For me, it was GK when I started, and I didn't do more than 5 to 10 questions when I started, but towards the end I was able to do at least 25 out of 28 questions. And also maths, again, that was my weakest section.
So what was the strongest area?
English and legal.
English and legal, okay.
So from the start, English I've never scored below 20 in any mock. So English was my strongest section. Legal was also good, but again with the journey, when you read all of those, you get to know all of those laws, contract and crime, it gets better. But yeah, it was one of my strongest sections.
What about CR?
CR was good at, I was good at CR as well, but again there were fluctuations, with different kind of questions. There was some topics where I wasn't that good, but again the classes, the classes are very enriching, honestly. CR because if you have the concepts right, if you have concepts, if you have it right, you can do CR. It's not very tricky. You just need to get it clear in your head what you need to do. And I think CR was okay, but there were fluctuations. But then towards the end, I was very confident with CR as well.
Okay, great. So tell me one thing. If I talk about the order of preference, every student has different order of preference when they write their mock or CLAT exam. What was your order of preference on the final day, and why did you decide to go for it?
So I actually did a lot of experiments with my orders, but one that stuck with me and that I used in the CLAT as well was I started with legal and then CR, because I think those two require the fresh mind. You have to, you know, if you're very exhausted from reading already, it would be difficult to do CR and legal. So I started with that, went to maths after it because I take some time in maths.
So at a point of time when you were afraid of maths,
Yeah.
to a point wherein you are attempting maths in the third. So that is something incredible. Very good.
Because again, after reading so much, you get a break as well with maths. And for me, it took 15 to 20 minutes to do the 12 questions. So I used to give it enough time. Then I moved to GK, and then at last I used to do English, because English is my strongest. Took me at most 15 to 17 minutes. Even if the passages were long, it took me 15 to 17 minutes to attempt English. So I knew I could do it in the end. So that was my order.
What was your reaction when you saw the set of setting arrangement in the logical reasoning section?
So when I saw the CR section, I started with that passage only. I was like, it is easier and it is my strong, and analytical reasoning is my strong suit. So I started with it, did it twice, and then I realized that either the options are wrong or I'm not getting it right. But I was confident enough कि इतना तो खराब नहीं है analytical कि उसमें नहीं आ रहे options.
So how much time did you devote for this 2 times attempt?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I did it and I realized कि गलत है, so I moved on to the next passage.
Okay, and that is why you were able to solve the other sections as well.
Yes.
Okay, great. Reading newspaper daily. Which newspaper did you follow?
Indian Express from the very start.
So what was the pattern of study of newspaper for you?
So I devoted more time to reading editorials. Baki, I used to get a quick scan through the news and everything. I did daily analysis, the videos on YouTube. So that was enough for the GK section. Editorials I gave more time to. I used to again take out the assumptions, inferences, conclusions from the editorial, and I used to do that daily.
Okay, so if we talk about this, the mock strategy, what strategy did you take to improve your weaker sections? How did you fortify your stronger sections? And what was the role which the CLATPREP mocks, played in your journey?
I think CLATPREP mocks are very consistent, right? They're very relevant as well. So you won't find a mock where you're like, it's not very relevant to the CLAT examination. Very consistent, and I think the most important part of mocks is the analysis. So if you get the questions wrong and then you analyze it, you realize that okay, this reasoning was wrong. I should have taken this perspective instead. That helps most of the times. You do it once, you do it twice. The third time you'll change that mistake. So analysis is the most important part of mocks.
Okay, so whenever you came for the doubt solving, quite a time you came to me as well, and there were many doubt solving sessions with you people. And if you talk about the study environment of the classes, what was the overall experience?
So CLATPREP faculty is very supportive. The environment here is very supportive, because I've had times where I used to sit with the faculty for 1 hour just for doubt solving, and I used to ask the same questions again and again until I understood it. So one thing that I really liked was it's not just about getting new information, but it's also about understanding every concept very clearly. So that really helped. The doubt sessions, I used to sit 1.5 hours with the teachers, and till the point I didn't understand, I wasn't confident enough, they were okay with it. You ask them the same question 100 times, they'll answer you. So I think I found that really supportive.
And what about the study materials?
Study material, again, it's very helpful. If you take the whole year, you take the study material, you take the mocks, and जो classes हो रही है, that is well enough to clear CLAT. And if you're consistent with it, you get study material in classes, you do it on the same day. You get GK mantra and log rate, you do it in the same month. It is well enough to, be prepared for CLAT.
So recently the AILET exam was also conducted, and hopefully you are going to get a good score in that as well. So keeping our fingers crossed, not to disclose anything now. And let's say that because you are having AIR 196, so what do you have it in your mind? Which college are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at Delhi. If I get Delhi, I don't care what other colleges I have, I'll go for Delhi.
Okay.
But if not that, I'm hoping for either Jodhpur or Hyderabad.
Okay, so which of the two? If you get a choice among Jodhpur and Hyderabad?
Hyderabad. Definitely.
Okay. Chalo, great. So what message would you like to give to the students who are, writing the CLAT examination next year?
So I think the most important thing about giving any competitive exam is to believe in yourself. If you believe you can do it, you will do it, trust me. So there's that, but of course, you also need to prepare for it. You also need to be consistent. It is never too soon to start with GK. Whenever you get time, you start with it. You just need to be consistent with everything you do, whether it's reading, it's GK or maths, and that's well enough for you to clear this exam. And whoever's preparing for CLAT next year, all the best, and I hope you get a good score too.
Well, thank you so much, Shreya, for having with us on board, and I wish you all the very best for all the future rendezvous, and I truly believe that again you will make us proud in the future rendezvous as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.